What's up, guys? Welcome back. First of all, I apologize for that insane, bumpy, rough start to the stream today. Obviously, I'm traveling. I am at my old grandparents' house. They basically moved out, and this house is empty. And sometimes I come down here because it's in the nature. I'll show you guys outside in a little bit, and it's really, really calm. Problem is, the Wi-Fi here is not so good. So here's my little trading setup. This room has just a bunch of nonsense in it. It's just like me in this storage room. But I have this really long Ethernet cable. I don't know if you can see it here. It's 50 meters long. I'm going to try to get it to the neighbor's house. Maybe we'll have better Wi-Fi. Although later in the day, the Wi-Fi actually picked up. So I'm not totally sure what's going to happen. Worst case scenario, worst case scenario, the next 4 days till Friday, I leave on Sunday back to Berlin, are going to be a little bit choppy with the Wi-Fi. But I appreciate you guys, you diehards on there, still trading on the stream. And yeah, I think it's gonna pick up. Let me quickly show you guys the outside, and you know, today was not too bad of a day. It was quite fun, and I guess, you know, this is good practice for everyone to, you know, why are you trading what you're trading? So, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit of change in routine to really understand what you're doing and maybe get a fresh sight on things. So this is the outdoors. And it's pretty sweet view right now, but it's obviously a little rainy. But we're surrounded by a big forest. I'll be doing some nice walks, and overall, nothing really changes for you guys in the stream. Obviously, as long as it's not too choppy with the streaming, but nothing really changes overall. And you know, I'm going to be doing the recap videos like normal. This isn't really like a straight up holiday. It's more of just, you know, what's like a co-working retreat or something like that, I guess you can say. But overall, you know, here we go. Here's the desk, here's the trading station, and nice little view. So it is pretty enjoyable. Let's go to the charts now and the trading view. I feel like I'm literally in a lawn chair. This is ridiculous. But let's go to the charts now, and let me talk about some bigger changes we're making to the challenge. Now, I'm not stopping the challenge. I'm not doing anything totally different, but I have made some big differences, and there's one thing that I'm kind of thinking about that I think you guys will love, but I have yet to fully decide. I'm going to give myself basically till tomorrow to fully decide on that, but let's go to the charts now, and then I'll tell you guys what that change will be. So before we go to the charts, don't forget to hit that like button, guys, right here if you are enjoying these streams, if you're enjoying the video, if you get lessons out of these recap videos. If you are totally new here, remember we go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to first review the watch list, and then we trade the market open every day. So I would love to see you there. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon too, and get ready to learn about trading small caps. Anything else? No, I think that's it. So let's dive into the charts now. All right, guys, so here we are. Welcome back to the trading screen. So what I'm looking at here is I'm in the IRA account. What we used to do is we were trading the cash account. This was our $25,000 challenge account, and I just moved it all over to the IRA account. So basically what I did in a nutshell, and actually let me, to kind of highlight this fact a little bit better, let me quickly go open my notes here, and then actually open up another notepad. Oh, I probably should have done this ahead of time, but this will be quick. So let me just go here, open notepad, and basically we had in our IRA, or our IRA account was at $6,000, and then our 25K challenge account was at $6,474. So what I did was I moved over this 453 into our IRA account, and that basically put our IRA at 6,474. And then, you know, today we traded, so 102 plus 6,474 is basically our new account balance. This is 6,576. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this change. So basically from the cash account to the IRA account. At first, I didn't want to trade in the IRA account because the whole point was to get this challenge to $25,000 and the move from a cash account to a margin account, which means we would then have unlimited trades. The thing is, though, and this is kind of the change that I'm doing, I'm actually going to deposit $25,000 into my margin account. So I'm going to be able to do unlimited trading. And then now I'm going to grow the IRA account to $25,000. The one thing I'm thinking about doing that is a bit bigger of a change is maybe trading the challenge like my favorite way to trade using support line bounces, reversals, big dips. That would be the biggest change. The thing about that I think you guys would really like, and that I would find interesting as well, is I would actually do a bit more overnights, and I would sometimes I would have limit orders kind of out there ready to go. I know some of you guys during the stream probably noticed that, boom, sell order executed on my Roth account, buy order executed on my Roth account. And I don't usually look at that. It all kind of happens in the back end a little bit. So I can kind of make these streams two parts. So we're going to be doing the gap and go strategy on the margin account. So we're going to do unlimited trading on the margin account. And then we're going to be doing, swing trades, overnight holds on the $25,000 challenge IRA account. And then you guys can kind of make up your mind which is your favorite style. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about this change? Now, I'm going to think about it probably for another 24 hours, maybe not 24 hours, but basically till tomorrow, because then my funds will be available in the margin account. And then, then it's basically go time. The reason I'm thinking about setting it up like that is because I don't really want to be switching between two accounts in the middle of my trading. And if I did the IRA account, the first trades in the IRA account that way, and then I did the 25,000 account, once we ran out of trades, I think it'd be a lot of hectic going back and forth. So I think it'd be easier to focus on the IRA account. That way you guys can see all the limit orders here, and then, we can talk about them during the streams. We could talk about them in the recap videos, and then, the margin account, which obviously we're not using right now, but this new margin account is what we will be using for the actual, day trading. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that. I think it's going to be really, really nice. It's going to obviously change the fact that the $25,000 challenge isn't necessarily only gap and go anymore. Although the stocks we're going to be swing trading or dip buying are still going to be momentum stocks. So we're going to be looking at anything that's hot. For example, we traded Hertz on the IRA before. We traded Space, SPCE, Virgin Galactic on the big momentum swing. So let me give SPCE. Let me give an example of this one. Let me go back to my IRA account. And this is what I was doing a lot of the time, just on the side, because this is kind of one of my favorite ways to trade. So here, for example, this is a momentum play. We bought here at 22, ran and sold at 42. This is an example of how I trade. I typically trade my other accounts. Here we bought at 13, and let's see what happened. I sold here at 15. Here I bought at 13. Here I sold at 13. So looking for a continuation. So kind of a more relaxed way. I'm not typically day trading this one. I'm swing trading it, and anything that's hot, I'll start buying into. So a lot of these small caps that we're trading, ISEE today, BBI, EDSA, NETE, LK. I mean, these are all tickers that are potential swing trades. They're potential big dip buys near big support. So our IRA account is how we can start treating this account. I think this will be very, very fun for everyone to kind of do on the side as well. And it'll be very educational. And then, like I say, the margin account will be that, gap and go momentum trading, the first 2 hours of the day. That's what I'm going to be doing more or less on the stream. And then the IRA account is going to be, like I say, it's going to be a little bit more swing trading. We're going to talk about it on the stream as well, but it's going to be a little bit more slow. Or pause off. I was like pans off. That doesn't make sense. Pause off, and which I think a lot of people are gonna like, because a lot of you guys are very, very busy. I know I'm very busy, and sometimes we don't always have the luxury of being able to trade every day. So sometimes having limit orders out at key areas is actually very important. Today I did trade the IRA account, the classic gap and go kind of strategy. I only did $2,000 in position sizes today. So I did 2 trades of $600 and 1 trade about $1,200. So actually it was more about like $2,400 we traded today. Here you can see all the trades. So let's quickly talk about them. And again, guys, if you ever have any thoughts on this challenge, on how we're going to be treating this account, if you guys like it, if you have any feedback, leave comments below. I'm always interested to see what you guys have to say. And I mean, we're doing this. I feel like we're all doing this together. So to me, I find I want you guys to understand what we're doing here, and hopefully we can all benefit from it, because sometimes you guys have much better ideas, and then I can also implement that. But for now, I think being able to trade unlimited, doing the gap and go challenge will be really, really interesting for you guys. It'll be yeah, a great way for me to utilize my time even more efficiently during the stream. And then obviously, growing this small account, we're still doing it. This strategy, I'm even more consistent at, I would say. It's a little bit tougher because it's hard to like time it, but overall, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We give it a month, and then we decide, is this strategy the best way to grow a small account? If it's not, then maybe we'll start, trading the IRA account, the $25,000 challenge account. Maybe I should just call this $25,000 challenge. We might start day trading it again. I don't know. We'll see. But it's always good to sometimes switch it up a little bit. Although I always say you want to be careful, because the grass is always greener on the other side with trading. So you want to be very focused. So we're not really changing anything. We're just kind of like moving accounts around. So I don't really feel like we're changing anything. We're just making some adjustments, I guess you can say. It's not like we're randomly just starting to trade options. So BBI, let's just talk about this one very quickly here. Pre-market, this one was a pretty hot one. This was one of the lead gappers. It was up 190% roughly pre-market. 8 million float, US biotech. They have excessive armpit sweat phase 3 trial and good results. So that's always a really nice thing to see. And when I saw that, and I saw that BBI was one of the lead gappers on the day, I was like, okay, that's pretty nice. We have big volume here. It looks like we're going to be breaking out again. We're above the EMA, and we have, we're above VWAP and the 9-minute EMA. This looks like a breakout. I'm going to go ahead and buy the pullback to the 9-minute EMA, and my goal is for a continuation here. Ideally, a break above 3.2. That was my goal. We didn't really get that, and when I noticed that sell volume was kind of strong here, I eventually closed this trade. This was a pretty sweet trade. It was about 5-6%. Again, this is $600. So yeah, that's just about a 5% trade on this one. So pretty nice way to start the day. This one, I was looking for the same setup. We were up like 3-4% on this trade. And I was, again, I was waiting for a bigger move here. I was looking for a break of 310. We didn't get it. And I closed this one out for actually full on break even, which was good because actually BBI kept on selling off the rest of the day. We did have some really nice support line bounces in this area, like 10%, but they were always kind of hard to snag. But so that was BBI. And, after it really didn't perform much, I kind of wrote BBI off the rest of the day. EDSA, this is another one that kind of popped up on the scanner a little bit late here, about like 817, 815. This one was up 250% pre-market. This was huge. 5 million float, Canadian biotech, approval of phase 2 out of 3, expedited approval, and then, phase 2 out of 3 initiation. So this one was a hot stock. This, Canadian company was, getting pushed further, the coronavirus news, to, potential cure for coronavirus. Oh, I'm really tripping over myself right now. Maybe a sip of water. This actually looks like a really good support line bounce here at $6. This could be a phenomenal trade for like a little bounce right here. Oh yeah, 4% already. This is going to be a nice bounce. Actually, I could probably even trade it right now. Whew, that is tempting. My God. All right, so EDSA out of the gates, it was looking hot. Everything I wanted, 5 million float. This was good. Had a nice little double bottom here. You could even say a triple bottom on the 1 minute chart. And although I was waiting for a triple bottom kind of in this area, we did break here higher. I wasn't ready to get on this one. So I unfortunately missed a lot of this kind of whole move. But then, as we were coming back here to $6, I called it out in the chat room. A lot of you guys hopefully saw that. I know somebody got a pretty good trade off of this alone as well. I bought here at 607. I sold on the next candle right away for 40 cents, roughly profit like 35 cents a share profit. So that was really, really good. That's like 20 to 40 cents based on a $5 stock is usually my profit zone. So that was on the higher end of the profit zone, and I was pretty happy with this trade. I did unfortunately miss EDSA this whole way up. This was kind of upsetting. This was a good 70% rally. At first I wanted to buy it here. I missed this entry. I wanted to buy it here. I chickened out. I was thinking about buying it here, but I totally chickened out. Then again here, I was like, this could be hot. We're still on the way up. Again, missed it. So that was a little bit disappointing that I totally missed it. At this point, I didn't feel comfortable anymore. I was just saying, I feel like it's a little overextended on a move like that. I'm not going to trade it. So that was a good idea. But yeah, I'm talking about getting more aggressive. And I think a lot of this reason is because I'm still kind of in the mindset that, I only have one trade available. Let me make sure it's the best possible trade. So, going into the margin account tomorrow might actually make me a much better trader on these, because I won't be, I won't ideally have that thought in the back of my head. Now, I will start out actually probably for the first few weeks trading only like max $2,000 position sizes, but then hopefully we'll scale comfortably from there as we have a bit more of a buffer, because since I'm depositing like almost $25,000 exactly, we want to make sure we don't go under $25,000. I'll make sure there's a bit of a wiggle room, like maybe deposit a few hundred more. Was all the trades we did today? It feels so weird. EDSA, yeah, that's actually true. We were also looking at NETE. This was kind of an interesting one, but when I see these things get so aggressive pre-market, I mean, NETE was just insane, 200%, and I was like, ooh, this is probably super overextended. I don't know if I want to trade this. We have big resistance here at 1375. I probably am just going to let this one go. I did have a feeling it might pop higher for 1 minute, an open range breakout, but at the same time, I didn't really want to be part of this one. And luckily this time, I avoided a lot of risk. It did have some nice bounces, but I think I would have had a hard time trading this one. In the past, it had a lot of failed breaks to the upside. It's the second big green day. I don't know. This could be a really nice entry around like 550 or so. So I might put a limit order out here. Maybe we're going to get a nice dip buy on this one. But again, I just want to be a little bit more careful on some stocks like this. So yeah, NETE, I totally avoided trading this one today. And I like to think that maybe it was for the better, but sometimes it's always hard to say, Actually, this one closed at about 4.5. So, we have to think here. And this is a big thing that I want to be, kind of doing. So technically I have $4,000 left to trade today. And what I'm going to be doing, obviously, in this small account is, I'm going to be starting to place limit orders, roughly about $1,000 per limit order, and place it in some of these key support areas. Or if we have a stock holding its highs very nicely, maybe we're going to have an afternoon run. So I'm going to start placing some, maybe buying into a stock, looking for, a gap, a secondary gap the next day. So that's something we're going to be using this IRA account for a little bit more. Again, guys, leave comments below. Let me know what you think about that. I'm not totally sure in terms of like getting 100% fixated on it. I'm still going to sleep on it a little bit longer, but I think if I wasn't streaming or anything, I think this is the move I would do. And I'm trying to think, what would I do, that's best for me, because sometimes I make decisions based on like what do I think you guys want to see, and then at the same time you guys want to see the best way to grow an account and the best way to treat my accounts. So that's like, I don't want to trip over myself thinking what you guys want to see, and then make a decision that actually isn't even true, because you guys actually want to see what is the best thing to do and what makes the most sense for me. So I'm trying to think in that way. It's like kind of backwards. It seems so obvious, just to do what's best for me, but at the same time, yeah, it's a weird thought. I don't know if you guys kind of understand that logic, but it's kind of like you're trying to be a good teacher, so you don't do certain things, but actually those certain things you don't do is actually the best thing to be teaching. So I'm not trying to limit myself somehow, and I'm just kind of doing what I would probably be doing if I wasn't streaming. And I think that's exactly what you guys want to see. Maybe, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of like the logic I was stumbling around. So yeah, that's why I kind of decided to do it the way that I'm doing. Again, comments below, guys. I'm always interested to see what you guys think. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. I hope you guys got some value out of these entries, because today was a choppy day. It was a very, very tricky day out of the gates. A lot of pullbacks. TOS was very glitchy. So being patient, waiting for these right setups. We know $6 big support. Let's wait for these prices to come back here. This was a very quick move. I mean, there's a chance that $6 could have broke, but there's more risk. There's better risk reward in terms of $6 probably is going to be a bounce zone. And that's exactly why I entered here. There's a good chance we're going to at least bounce off of here once before we crack $6. We never ended up cracking $6. But understanding your risk reward, getting out of a trade when it no longer is going your way, and then taking profits obviously when it does. So this was a very, very quick trade, and now you guys know why. I mean, obviously, you could say I missed out on this big move, which I did, but this was not the trade I was looking for here. Now, I missed this big move when I didn't enter here. or here, or here, or here. But that, again, this is a dip buy bounce that I was doing near big support. This would have been a breakout continuation move. So these are two different trades, and I hope you guys, by sticking around here, learning more about the challenge, learning more about trading, you guys are kind of understanding those things. That's kind of what I'm trying to kind of emphasize in these recap videos. So EDSA bouncing off of $6 again here, not too bad, a little 3% bounce. So you could have took 3% here, took 3% here. Maybe it's going to even have a bigger bounce. So I'm going to keep watching EDSA, but yeah, guys, I will see you guys first thing tomorrow. I apologize if the stream is not going to be that hot at first, but later on, the internet totally corrected to some extent, so that was pretty sweet. So let's hope that tomorrow we'll have better internet. I don't know if my Ethernet cable, even though it's 50 meters long, is going to go to the neighbors, but I'm going to talk to the neighbors this evening. We'll see what happens. And yeah, guys, that's everything again for this recap video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everything is making sense. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. I super appreciate it. It was good fun trading with everyone today, and I hope we keep growing the community. I know we will back in Berlin, but with this choppy internet, let's hope that we keep growing consistently. Yeah, guys, so definitely consider subscribing if you're new here. I'd love to see you again. Till tomorrow, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Ciao.